and welcome to the East Coast Varsity Dome in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia for the finals of the Red Circus Invitational. We've got Young Kings versus FML, Young Kings in Light, featuring Josh Turner, an extremely talented handler, and a bunch of high-flying. And we've got Dart, FML, with a bunch of veteran presence, but also juice. You'll see juice. 6v6, continuous play. Indoors, but it is cold in here. And if you thought there was pressure, guess what? We're in a dome that's inflated, only increasing that pressure. James McKenna talking to the room, coming to some agreements. For folks who haven't watched much Ultimate before, the way that defense usually works is defense will split the field lengthwise into two halves. One half, the person marking the thrower will be responsible for taking away throws to that half, and the defenders will be responsible for defending cuts to the other half. And the pole is out of bounds. Kyle Chapman, known as Chap, gonna bring this to the brick mark. He's got Brady in the dump space. Chap versus Ollie Porter. And they have James McKenna in a cutter spot. Liam Archibald has the disc on the far sideline. Prime with the cut-up line. And Brady, juice in the end zone. Makes Dylan McDonald fall a little bit. That's tough. Great around break. Brett McPhee to Juice. Joey to even.
I can't wait to watch it.
Air bounce reset to Ben. And you can see the big crowd on the sideline watching this game.
I can't wait to watch. I fucking backpack.
Newcomer, Will, looking extremely confident with the disc. Ooh. First turnover. They call him Preza Brent.
I gotta go though, but I want to hear
Brent Wallace.
for sure.
Floating around. Garrett stops the inside bracelet. Dre with the continuation pass up the line for a score. 2-0 advantage for FML over the Young Kings. Dylan McDonald with a big fake. An errant pass to Ollie Porter. Tried to bid for it. Disc only getting caught by the net. Chap wiggles his way into that blind space. He finds an open receiver in the end zone. That's 3-zip. See if Light takes a timeout. Looks like they're running an isolation play. And looks like that hammer died a little bit in the middle of the air. Josh Turner making a safe bid, realizing that inside position. Andrew Johnson making up for the turnover, the heads up defensive play. Finds Turner, throw and go. Throw and score. Ben Wortman on the board for the Young Kings. McKenna to Luke Dyer. Finds it inside Stuber, Juice. He sends one into into Greer. And then airs one out to Will in the end zone. Little spike. Greg Webb returning to competitive ultimate after hiatus. Oh. Prime with you around to Archibald. Inside to Greg Webb. Thinks about the deep strike. Thinks better of it. Finds Dre. Oh. Some folks getting tangled up in the end zone. And Chainsaw. Almost jumps it in, but not quite. And Dark works it in. A call. Looks like there was a pick. Lots of initial movement. And Brent catches the disc on the other side of the end zone. Let's see if Garrett Jung to Dylan catches it. Let's see if he can. Oh, this time he shoots it. Oof. And a bailout for Light. Garrett finds Porter. Finds McDonald. Dark gives them back. That's pretty huge for Light, and that's pretty huge for the confidence, I think. Of Dylan McDonald realizing his team's got his back. Not going to give up. Porter on juice. Pressures the around. And another huge grab by Turner on the end zone line. Almost to Callahan. And then Porter sprints for the score. And there you have it. Close game. We always knew this one wasn't going to be a blowout. Juice sees Dyer take off, walks onto it. Great throw. Oh, Greer Hunt's been tapping the disc. A couple deep strikes overlapping from Light. Eben in the red hat up to Wortman. And a call. There was a call a long time ago. Turnover in some capacity. Archibald, hard cut under. Wallace with the disc on the sideline. Working with James McKenna for the quick give and go into the end zone. Two mainstay handlers for Red Circus. Used to be an O-line couple. Brent, as captain, moved to D-line. They've worked together. Opts not for the inside break to McDonald, instead resets it to Wortman on the open side, who declines, evens under, finds McDonald. It's got Bailey activates from the back of the stack. Multiple folks cutting to the end zone. No forces. Bailey Darling to Wortman. To Young King's Will. Throws a hammer to Garrett. Bang. Garrett with a creative jersey. Al Brown, previously playing for Jerk Factory, but now playing for FML. Brett McPhee, thinking about the hammer for a second, declines it. McPhee gets it back on the upline. And then Brown on the reset. With no stall count, decides, I got some throw in space. Shoots a blade flick to the end zone for a score. Turner's got Porter in the reset. Set throws up the line for Johnston. Skies out a Scuba. Greer Hunt comes down with it, finds McDonald on the sideline. He looks dumb and resets it. Hey, Joey's got to feel good about that one. Sick layout grab. McKenna has some options. Decides McPhee option. Oh. The McPhee option. Oh! After a chaotic couple of moments, Dark taking the time for a shift change. Dre tapping in the disc. Chainsaw, not covered. Oh! Scuba to the leaping arms of Archibald. Thinks outside, goes inside, finds Dre, who's got to continue to chainsaw taken away by Johnston, but pivots, throws the around. And that's a great point for Dark. Will shoots up the line. Garrett's got McDonald. Floaty flick. Just enough pace to avoid the layout D. Dyer with infinity time, no one near him. Greer Hunt matches up. Sick around break to Chad. Who sees Greer poaching the lane and resets it to Dyer in the middle. Who flips it around to Juice. Covered by Turner. A lot of length there. Oh. Got some pressure on the around, but not enough to force a turnover. To Archibald, who loves the over-the-top throws. Instead, sees an opening in space for Martin. Swarming defense in the end zone, but Dyer with great hands in front of the soccer net and the spectators. Keeps it in play. McDonald seeing a side stack initiated by his brother Dylan McDonald, who cuts extremely hard to the end zone. Porter finds McDonald. Even with Dyer on the back, doesn't get thrown to, instead forces an inside break over the top by Johnston to Porter. Oh! And a foul call. A little slap on the arm, making the disc come out. Johnston Porter goes up the line with some speed advantage on this matchup. Speaking of speed advantage on matchups, Ollie Porter. In the matchup of infinite energy, to tap it in. Toasty around break. Brent Wallace, well covered in the end zone by Wortman. Makes a bunch of cuts, finds a little space, regains his balance to throw a really nice flick to Greg Webb. Those are so hard. When you got your momentum going the same ways, you need to throw the flick. It's so easy for it to come out with a little bit of a wobble. Turner finds Darling on the under. Hunt in the back of the stack. Johnston shoots one to Wortman. Reddy's got hops though, but makes a really safe play. Doesn't bid over the back. Wortman finds over the top. point. Al Brown guarded by Greer, who shoots a blade to Brady. Oh, and he wasn't quite able to get there for the layout. McDonald to Joan. Back to McDonald. Dime ball. A punishing handler strike. As a handler defender, the hardest thing to guard is a person who can throw the disc but can just take off and cut deep, because it means your angles to take away dump cuts are really risky to take because they usually leave open the deep strike. Looks like Ollie Porter got a something on it. There's a question. Oh, it looks like he got a piece of a hand and a piece of a disc with his foot. Hopefully Chap's hand is okay. Kyle Chapman only using one pivot foot for the first time in history. Ho ho ho! Young Kings Joey slapping that one out of the air. And then gets the disc and shoots a blade to Eben. Joey with the D and the assist. Dark running a horizontal stack. And they shoot the deep strike to Juice over the post into the hands of the spectator. Looks like Tyler Smith caught that one. Wishing that he could have caught a couple more in the end zone in his previous game. Dylan lost by his defender. And now shoots another. Oh. Just a little too much adrenaline on those throws. And it's so difficult to go from like 4v4 where there's so little space to throw to what feels like a long end zone distance. And you want to be able to throw floaty throws, but in 4v4 the floaty throws that you're throwing are usually like upside down throws, like a scuba or a hammer. And so finding that like floaty stall shot puck is really difficult. Oh, and Johnson got lost by his defender. He's calling for the disc, but he's being backed. He's got space in the under. Instead finds a sub. Oh, and Joey up the line from Will. McPhee to the middle. Dre slightly too early on the undercut, instead the around chainsaw. Scott McKenna in the backfield and Turner almost with another mitt on that disc. Tough to avoid those mitts. Chap, nothing in the dump space. Tries to force something inside, finds Garrett instead with the no-look dad backhand to the break side for McDonald. What a sick throw. Archibald finds the inside look from Dre to Dyer, who's got a deep strike, but there's a poach. He sees it. Just gets rotated. Back to Archibald in the middle. Easy under to the open side. Let's see if they can get off the line, and a miscommunication for another turnover. Hustle to stop the disc. Looks like Greer's gonna go pick up this disc. All types of throws can come out here. And McDonald on the board. Tiptoes on the end zone line. Wallace looks off Dyer, finds Juice. Big gainer. Webby slashing across, but mistimed. And Hunt to Johnston in the around. into 3 defenders, but you hear that from Juice. Why call timeout when you can do that? Ton of confidence from the players in this game. Scotty looks flick. No continue. Webby with great defense in the dump space. Take away Turner's half for a second. Joey around to Jung, to McDonald. Ready dropping into the lane to stop the gainer to Turner. Instead of reset to Porter, who needs cuts. Finds Jung in the dump space, who pivots. Oh, chap.
Oh, chap.
Dart taking the timeout. Trying to go into half with momentum. Oh, and Turner with a huge bid from the break side, weak side defense, manages to put enough pressure on the catch for a turnover. And some great switching defense from Dart, stopping the first couple looks. Porter takes off, guard by Chainsaw. Turner shoots it to Darling. Beautiful float. Beautiful catch. And it looks like Turner's found that deep shot already this early in the season. Stalling out right in the end zone for the receiver. Chainsaw, rather than hucking it, wants to find the shorter pass. Understanding his role as a reset handler. Oh wow, Wallace with a laser beam shot to McKenna on the end zone line. Ooh, checks a little push pass up to Archibald for a score. Just outside the hands of Dylan McDonald. Grant McDonald, marked by Al Brown. Sees Dylan dancing. Archibald, a dancer himself. Wortman, looking hammer, comes out to Scotty. Yeah, baby. And that's half. Changing up the angle a little bit. Make sure that as much battery life as possible. This is a space with a plug. Do my best not to accidentally pull the fire alarm.
It's not an automatic throw. It's not there to full start. We reset.
Brett McPhee about to pull the disc. Pulls a hammer. Oh, that's a dime, actually.
Regular.
Hunt. To the middle to Eben. Johnston. He's got Turner. And Hunt's open on the break side deep corner, but tough throw to get there. Instead finds Johnson. Inside break to McDonald. Right flowing and then shooting to the garbage can, unfortunately. You hate to see it. Chainsaw is open in the end zone. Webby, just a little too much juice on that pass. Great cut, Chainsaw. Side stack of the light. First look. Dilker's out, cutting deep. Cool, clever inside throw. Porter finds Joey. Oh, and then Darling grabs the pass a little bit behind him. Looks off Dylan on the open side. Finds Joey on the reset. And that's a quick point. Or not. Probably a pick call. Unsurprising. And Joey finds Dylan McDonald in the end zone with good patience. Oops. Just adjusting the various. And Wortman. Just snatches that out of thin air. Inside look to Greer. Lefty to lefty. And that's 2 quick points from Light. Opened up a 7-point advantage over FML. Insane. Little hammer action. Oh, there's a disc on the field. I hope it doesn't hurt anyone. Someone needs to go get that. Luckily, not affecting play. I wonder where that came from. It's okay. Dylan finds the upline to Turner. 6-point advantage for Light, 20-14. Turner finds dump in a sub. Light with a vert stack in the end zone, and Scotty sees a moment where his defender looks away, sneaks the open side. Chainsaw to Webby, RC 2017. Archibald, thrown gallop line. Little shin skid marks from that effort, but anything for a W. Like setting up a horizontal. Garrett Jung with the dime to the front of the end zone, leading to a continuation pass to Ben Wortman. Archibald going to tap the disc in. Went with the under. Thinks about the deep shot. Instead resets it to McKenna, who finds a continuation, and Dyer's coming under, and a shot. Dyer with a huge effort. Throw just a little bit too far. Darling, hammer bid to Grant. McDonald in the end zone corner again. Hammer season. McPhee with the IO shot. Chap. Fuck, dude.
Chap.
With collision. Hopefully Chap's okay. hope you could hear that. That was the loudest hand block I've ever heard in my life. Echoing throughout the East Coast Varsity Dome. Brent Wallace trying his hardest to keep his team in the game. Now we get to see the end zone offense. Oh, and you heard Dark calling out, I got it. Instead, potentially distracting from the catch. You hate to see it. And Light leads by 8. Greer, shot, Joey, end zone, contested by Archibald. Archibald comes down with it. Into a spectator hole. That was insane. Now Chap back in after a close call on an injury. Dyer finds Wallace. He's got a deep strike, but looked off. McKenna faking the scooper. Archibald sees Dyer in the end zone, but has an open under. Archibald up the line, back to Dre. McKenna up the line. And Chap takes a scooper. It's still there. And Garrett poaching off for a second on Chainsaw. Chainsaw comes back into Garrett's space. And someone forgot about Dyer. Nope, no one. Big grindy point. Such a fast cut. Oh, Chainsaw with the scooper. Woo! Huge point. 7 points the advantage for Dark. Big around to Porter. Flick to Johnston. Finds Porter up the line. Around to Johnson. Flips it to the middle. Continuation to Scotty Hansen to recover the advantage. Al Brown considering his options. Big around to McPhee. To Wallace. Archibald looked off under. McPhee dances a little bit too much, and all he catches is on the end zone line with the D up to Dylan McDonald for a very quick score. Dylan hustling back on defense to cover Wallace. Oh, and Brown thought about the full field hammer. Thought better of it. Speaking of full field, Al Brown, how long is it? Dark forcing a big turnover. McKenna up to Juice. McKenna subs off. Garrett Young, just enough on the disc to stop a catch for a score. Wallace guarding Will. Find Scotty. Oh, and a drop from White. Oh. Turn to my perch. Ollie throws to a space. Oh, Johnson with an incredible recovery. And a huge layout. Not recovered, but Bailey with a huge layout. Brown, considering his options, finds Dre. Multiple deep strikes. Instead, Chapman on the around. Back to Brown. To McKenna. He's got a continuation, tightly defended by Dylan McDonald. Looked off. Around to McPhee. Flips an inside floaty backhand to Al Brown. McKenna cutting across the stack. Chap. On the cusp of a 6-point deficit, currently sitting at 7 for Dart. McKenna, top of the end zone. Reset to Chap. Wallace has a step on Porter. Fakes the around flick. Just another reset. And White's working with their legs and grinding out points on this clock. Points on this clock. Time is money, time is points. Chainsaw, inside look to Gallant, flips an around flick, and a huge grindy point from Dark. Oh, there was a call. Joey with the shot. Oh! Juice shoots it deep into a crowd. Dark comes down with it. And Webby with the score. That's a couple quick points for Dark. Jung sees Wortman take off. That was covered. Jung needs a reset. Dark switch. And another hammer to the break side corner for Light. McPhee brings it to the middle. McKenna off the back of the stack. McDonald right on his heels. Brown doesn't want to force the deep shot. Archibald to Brown. With the toes. And score. Johnson with Porter at the front of the stack. Around taken away by the mark. Dark with the bracket. Cuts from the middle of the stack. Dylan manages to reset the disc and break the bracket. But now he's in handler space. Porter finds Turner. Thinks about the hammer for a second. Oh. Josh Turner throws it into McPhee for a turnover. Turner wrapping on the mark, almost forces the stall down. Dyer sees Juice up the line. Bang. And Dark's really amped up the pressure. Can the young king stay cool? Hunt not expecting the inside edge on that flick from T-Bay. Might have tweaked something. Subs off quickly. Joey to Johnston, back to Joey. Thinking about a scuba for a sec. Oh, Wortman with... Tried to squeeze on up the line. Left the nose up. Liam Archibald, a disc golfer, knows what to do with nose up throws. Throw him in out of bounds. I guess that kind of works. Wallace to Juice. To Brown. Now Dark's in an attacking position. Dyer outside the layout effort. Another point. The minutes winding down in the final of the Red Circus Invitational 2023. What are these teams made of? Scotty always in the right place at the right time. Brown looks off the around for a bigger chunk. Finds McPhee. And Brown shoots one to McKenna. Garrett Jung. James McKenna. Show it to him. You ever see that before? Garrett's chuckling about that one. McDonald. Oh! A blue moon. And James McKenna has laid out. It happens once a season. Hypest moment. Dark's so close on that end zone line. Archibald finds a creative throw to a tall person. Hunt, inside break, advances the disc. Oh my God! Huge layout D by Juice. And there's a little more squeeze left in this game. McKenna, blade flick to the end zone. Wow! What's Turner got? Reset to Johnson. Back to Turner. It's game.